Good morning, Uday and Bhargav. Today is Friday, October 13th, and here's the heads-up briefing for today. Today's production to our clients consisted of a total of 81 issues. In East Asia Pacific, we covered 47 issues, in South Asia, 24 issues, and 16 issues in the EMEA region. Briefing you on the major issues of today's production.
All right. Thank you, Bassel. Let's discuss the major issues today.
Starting off with East Asia Pacific, here are the top 3 issues for your attention. In Australia, New South Wales State Police is seeking special stop and search powers to heighten security. Pro-Palestinian rally scheduled to take place at Hyde Park in Sydney on October 15th. This power will allow police to search and demand the identities of individuals attending the protest rally without cause. The special powers have not been used since 2005 riots. The police are expecting more than 400 people to attend this protest.
Thanks, Bassel. We'll keep monitoring this. There'll be more protests over the issue in other countries.
Sure, Uday. In PNG, the Bougainville government has indicated that it will propose changes to Papua New Guinea's Autonomous Regions Mining Act. The initial version of the act gives landowners control of the minerals extracted from 6 inches below the surface of their land. Previous attempts to change the earlier provisions were criticized by both landowners and potential foreign investors, particularly those who wanted to see the reopening of the long-closed Panguna mine.
Tell the team to keep an eye out on this. This is a very tense issue as Bougainville is also seeking its independence. It's seeking Parliament ratify its independence this year or the next year. So we have to keep an eye out on this, and especially the Panguna mine, which is very lucrative.
Sure, there. In Indonesia, the government denied any claims that it exported weapons to Myanmar since the military takeover in 2021. The statement follows accusations that Indonesian state-backed arms manufacturers engaged in weapon sales to Myanmar's military. Activists have argued that such sales could have happened via third-party offshore intermediaries, despite Indonesia's official denial. There are 3 accused weapon manufacturers of exporting weapons to Myanmar. They are PT Pindad, PT PAL Indonesia, and PT Dirgantara Indonesia. We covered this as the major development in our Southeast Asia roundup today.
This is very interesting because Indonesia, which has the chairmanship of ASEAN this year, has been quite adamant on trying to reach a stronger consensus against the Myanmar military government. So the actions of its defense industries kind of contradict the official position Indonesia has. And this could also have a spillover effect on Subianto, who is likely to be the next president of Indonesia. Thanks, Bassel.
That's well noted today. Moving over to South Asia, here is the top issue for your attention. Multiple political parties and civic groups will hold demonstrations in Pakistan and India today. The protests are to condemn the ongoing conflict between Israel and the Palestinian militant group Hamas. In Pakistan, the Jamaat al-Umma-e-Islam Fazl Islamabad chapter will hold a rally at Akbara Chowk after prayers today. The Majlis Wahdat-e-Muslimin Pakistan also conduct a rally after Friday prayers, starting from Asna Ashri Masjid and Imam Barga and ending at China Chowk in the city. While the protests in India will be conducted by the Social Democratic Party of India, they called for district-wide demonstrations across all districts in Kerala today. Also, anti-Israel demonstrations will be held at the Jantar Mantar in New Delhi at 3 p.m. local time today. Also, other demonstrations will take place in Maharashtra, Bihar, and Haryana. For your attention, we covered this as a major development in our South Asia roundup today as well.
All right. Now, it's interesting that these parties, JUIF, jump at every opportunity to gain political momentum at the grassroots level, irrespective of how serious the issue is, whether it's economic slump, a security deteriorating controversy, But we need to keep a close eye on how these protests evolve. South Asia doesn't have a long history of Jewish businesses or Israel-related businesses being attacked by some of these organizations, with exceptions, of course, like in 2008. And it's interesting that in Kerala, these groups are holding protests. Kerala is one of the most multicultural states in India, with considerable history of Jews establishing their synagogue in Cochin, the major state. So let's keep a close eye on this and keep our clients updated. Even American businesses can also be seen as as a symbolic target of those supporting Israel. Though unlikely, let's keep an eye on this.
Okay, Bhargav, that's well noted. Thank you. In the EMEA region, here are the top 2 issues of our production. In Europe, Interior Minister Gerald Darmanin banned pro-Palestinian demonstrations and ordered the arrest of their organizers across France yesterday. However, despite the ban, hundreds of protesters gathered at the plaque in Paris yesterday to support the Palestinian cause. They clashed with French police. Also, French police fired tear gas and used water cannons to break up the protests. Also in Europe, German Chancellor Olaf Scholz announced that the government will ban the pro-Palestine group Samidun. In addition, British Home Secretary Suella Braverman announced that the government will ban Palestinian flags on British streets. Bhargav and Uday, we conveyed this to our clients in EMEA today via an advisory message.
Let's proactively monitor these protests across Europe and keep our clients updated, please.
We are monitoring this close. Clashes are likely between the protesters and the police forces. Also, concerning the Israeli-Palestine issue, Israeli military has instructed civilians to move out of northern to southern Gaza today. The Israeli military said it will commence operations in northern Gaza in the coming days. Around 1.1 million people live in northern Gaza. Germany's defense ministry also said that it will offer military support to Israel, including the supply of drones and ammunition for warships. Also, the UK will deploy a surveillance aircraft, 2 Royal Navy support ships, and around 100 Royal Marine in the Eastern Mediterranean from today. This actually comes after the US deployed 2 aircraft carriers near Israel in the past days. Uday and Bhargav, we communicated this to our EMEA clients via an advisory message today. We will also be releasing an assessment on this today.
All right, let's continue to monitor the situation as it grows more and more precarious, with more muscle flexing by the Western countries in support of Israel. Again, the situation remains more tense on the northern borders or the eastern borders as new fronts can be opened. Israel recently targeted major airports in Syria as well. So let's keep our clients updated on these fronts. Thank you. Nothing further from my end.
Thank you, Bhargav. Anything from your end today?
No, I'm good. Thanks, Bassel, for the brief.
Thanks. That's a heads up brief for today.